Maybe got the zebra ones.
This is all from World War One.
Really?
Yeah, because you couldn't hide them, so it made it different. It made it difficult for them to tell which direction they were going, the distance. Really cool. And they're wooden ship models. That's what they would use for identifying them. Like this is a light cruiser.
So this one's easier to sink than this one.
Well, this one doesn't have any
I
armor.
was thinking about your video game.
Huh?
Is that one 3 dots and this one's 4?
No, not quite.
They're so dazzling.
Huh?
They're so dazzling.
Yeah, I like them. That's World War One.
I just read it. It's
Oh.
cool. The dazzle ships. Dazzle. Interesting concept behind it.
Who the hell painted these?
T-34 85 tank. Russian. And you can touch it, exactly. So you know what this is for, Lena? Lena. That's a pistol port. So it pops out and there's a machine gun, like a machine pistol in there to shoot out. Look at the crummy finish. I don't know.
They have a map, but you have to donate.
We don't need that.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was trapped inside down in the hull. The one else. It's horrendous.
It's a lot taller than I would have thought. And it's also a lot shorter than I would have thought, lengthwise. To unbolt all this stuff to get to the inside, it's really inconvenient. There's a modern edition. Oh, wow. So, this is the first battleship,
That's
modern
4
battleship,
dots.
that's called
4
a
dots.
dreadnought.
That's 4 dots.
That's who?
4 dots.
Oh. Anyways, it's called the HMS Dreadnought. So it was the first ship that had all big guns on it. Instead of having some big ones, some middle ones, or whatever, it literally had like no small guns on it. And it basically like reset the whole naval race before World War One.
They fear that the terrorists will start warring or dominate Europe, threatening security.
That is a cute little model.
Is this the one with the trenches?
Yes. This is super cool.
has long promised to protect Belgium's
Bless you.
Prime Minister Herbert Asquith's government issues an ultimatum to Germany. Withdraw your troops from Belgium.
What does this cartoonish display remind you of?
Monty Python.
But I'm not tired.
Oh, but I am tired. Oh, sorry about that.
I only ever see Polish as pigs.
Want to see what?
Polish as pigs.
Why?
Because I read that mouse book in high school and they
Oh.
depicted them as that.
This is a cool display board.
28th of June 1945. The Serbian terrorists murders related to the Australian government.
Okay.
1 month later, Austria-Hungary, Germany, declares war on Serbia. Other powers intervene, taking sides against each other. Russia decides to stand up for the Serbs. Germany backs its only reliable ally, Austria-Hungary.
Hello and
These
welcome
powers
to the
are willing
Imperial
to
War
risk
Museum.
war to defend or
Join
extend
a
their own
10-minute
national
talk
interests.
by one of our
Leaders
volunteers to
prepare
learn
their
about
armies.
his time in the US Navy.
Germany strikes first, declaring war on Russia in the east, and then on Russia's allies in the
How
west.
is it an Anvil?
War is
Yes.
edging closer to Britain.
Thank you.
Britain has no obligation to fight. Its leaders agonize whether to join. They fear a victorious
So at the beginning of World War One, nobody used the helmets to protect you from anything, and then eventually, because of all the shelling, we started creating ones that did.
When Germany
Like
invades
the German helmet just made a cork.
the argument for Britain joining the war
Yeah, and the
becomes
French just had a
stronger.
cap.
Britain has long promised to protect Belgium's
This is an announcement for Mr.
And the number on it, the 56, that's the regiment that they were part of. Yeah.
Withdraw your troops from Belgium.
This is an announcement for Mr. Trevor. Will you please come to the information desk?
Hey, you know that drink that you like, the French 75? There it is. That's a French 75. I bet it's a French 75. Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, look, Rich. Young men in the Bahamas.
That's one for Greg.
Engaged in life and death struggle. So this is, look, to bring that nothing systematic attack by a swift and well prepared foe. So this great that's how, you know,
Sniper suit. Lena, it's when they attack the trenches. Not only do they use grenades, but they use like, look, morning stars and stuff. They have like hand-to-hand weapons. Look at the maces and stuff that they made to attack the trenches when they went in. I mean, if they made it to the other trench.
I mean, if that hits your head, you're done.
Yep. A cogged circlet of iron guaranteed to crush the hardest of square-head skulls. Trench border. So they had artillery that fired gas.
Look at that.
Yep. Yeah. The colors are black, green, and blue. Well, people got gassed. Yep. It was so bad that it used in the Second World War.
It's horrible.
Yep. Built in 1915. This is what, a 5.5 inch gun?
How big were
Breech
these?
loading 5.5 inch
How
gun.
big were these? As big as this?
Well, it's 5.5 inches at the end. It's like the gun that'd be on a light cruiser. I'm sure they have a shell casing around here somewhere. Turks, the Turkish helmet.
It's a bucket hat.
Got a who?
What thing is called frags?
Flak. No.
That's not
We'll get to one of those. No. This is like a trench mortar, a big one.
Wow.
9.2 inch howitzer. That's the shell. That's a pretty big gun. Stop with camel.
Where'd they fly those?
Huh?
Where'd they fly those?
Where?
Where did they?
Over the trenches.
So are those like at the bottom or what?
What do you mean?
Like
This? The mine?
How are these released?
They've got like a weight on them to attach them to the bottom to keep them a certain distance from the top of the water. I think is how it is. Hey Lena, you want to show the hats that have been worn by everybody?
No.
Don't sound like that.
Life in the trench.
So what's up with the eye?
Good luck.
Ward off people?
For good luck.
I wonder how many people realise what the trenches are like. In some newspapers, one sees accounts of hot soup and wonderful pies. In some places, the amount of people this is not
I didn't know they had a rear machine gun.
Someone's in there like that.
Yep.
This is the one with the fugly wheels though, right?
Yeah.
Red Baron?
Yep.
German?
Yep. So Lena, this is a Vickers machine gun.
That's what cools it down.
That's
no?
what cools it down. So they have a water. They put there's
You
water
showed me
in
that,
there.
And then someone will carry the base and someone will carry
That's
that.
correct.
They did that in the Pacific.
They did. Yep. And this is the Lewis gun. And there's the magazine. And this was. They used this on the ground, and they also used them in the airplanes.
I want to spend a lot of time on WW2, so.
I know. We're getting there. So this is what the battlefield looked like. Nothing but shell holes, bodies.
I'm gonna sit out the next area, okay?
Really? There's only one other area.
I know. I'm like, I don't want to hit a wall. Are little bit. Go sit down and get a beer. Go hydrate.
Yeah.
You can buy us some.
You're gonna buy water?
¿Qué es eso with the star?
What do you mean?
What's that one with the star?
The who?
What's that one with the star?
I have no idea.
Deutschland?
I don't know what that is, baby.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. Yep. It's the engine, it's in a Spitfire. It's a Merlin engine, Rolls-Royce Merlin.
Chevy.
You recognize this?
Chevy.
It's like the trucks that they used on the show. Look.
No, that's weird.
So you know what these are called? Hey. Flimsies. That was their gas can. And they would leak. So we'd capture the German ones were called jerry cans because they didn't leak. That's a cool little vehicle. And it doesn't look like it was airbrushed. Hard lines.
Libya.
Mm-hmm.
They were wearing those suits in the movie we watched. That was a German, yeah?
Who?
They were wearing these suits in the movie we were watching. It was
Yeah, it's just they're camouflage. That's you could turn it inside out. What kind of tank is this, Lena?
It's a Sherman.
It's a Sherman, yeah.
Oh,
So this is, look. Oh. Excuse me.
Billy push-up.
So, let's look at the ID here.
The front came down as you saw crack on wheel out. Of course, they couldn't properly get into the dry beach, so nearly all of them waded through the stairs. Stumps and skin sort of thing.
So this is the armor division. It's the Guards armor division.
And immediately there was a cascade of mortars,
51, that's the
shells,
armor
all
of
out
service.
fire, mainly coming from the
That's the
left.
regiment
When
it's
we
from.
dropped us in the water, you didn't know
30
whether it was
tons,
our lots
bridge
or
weight.
their lots or where the hell it was coming
Around.
from. It was just one big banging and clattering like.
Tank number.
You didn't know where they was firing from.
Diamond is A Squadron, 6th Tank and A Squadron.
Only tank I know.
Willie Pusher of the 2nd. That means another one was called that and got knocked out. So, you know what this is? The ammunition stowage is behind this. So it added extra plate to provide it. Correct.
I gathered all the survivors of the initial assault made to the cliff and discovered that none of our rifles was fired because they were clogged with sand from this deluge of mortar shells and what have you.
About 2 thirds to high water mark, it's difficult to broadly estimate the distance. I was knocked sideways when, so it would appear now, an 88mm splinter struck my right arm. I just keep moving until the party got clear of the beach and took stock of our position from 200 yards in.
And we were taking losses right now. I always remember the beach commander.
Probably down 4A4. Yep.
She was pushing us forward. These things are quite clear in the road. I can do this today like it was 50 years. And at times like this, talking on memory recall, one or two things that
Is that a 0? Yep.
It's found 50 years later after the war in the Pacific. In Tarawa.
And where?
Tarawa.
Never heard of that place. Maybe that's why it took them so long to find it.
Look at that temple. Look at that temple in that photo.
Huh?
Nita.
Oh yeah, it's probably in Burma. Hey, look, a jigsaw puzzle. There's one I wouldn't mind building. I would. Is it worth 30 pounds?
No.
That's the problem. You want a Sherman plushie? Hey, look, Biggles, secret agent. Made by Osprey. Where'd you say they didn't let you read that?
They let me read it in high school, but then they banned it.
Why?
Because it had nude depictions, even though it was just a mouse.
Yeah, well, people need to know about that stuff. Hey. part of a Lancaster bomber.
Yep.
This is the British B-17, basically.
B-17
The ones that
was
bombed
the-
at night.
Yeah. Yep.
Here's your flak.
Finally.
You always wanted to see that. That's an 88 right there.
Go out to walk in the wall, okay? Let's go quiet. When they came back, so we put one of those on. Every time they come back,
So, this is an anti-aircraft gun that when the Germans invaded France, the French had some tanks with some super armor. They couldn't deal with them. They brought these things up to blow them away. And they used them in the desert also when the British had this tank called the Matilda, and nothing could knock it out. This is the only thing that could knock it out. And sometimes it would have a gun shield. These don't have a gun shield on it, but... Hey, I think this tray is where you load another shell in. Like the guy loader puts it there, and the gunner can drop it in there when they go grab another shell and get ready to. So it's kind of like a staging area for it. Hey, look, it's a jolly boat. This is a tanker that something happened to it. I'm not familiar with it.
1940, the British oil tanker MV San Demetrio was attacked by a German cruiser. The crew escaped in 3 lifeboats. 2 days later, 16 sailors and 1 lifeboat found themselves drifting back to the ship, which was miraculously still afloat. They boarded, put out the fires, and steered the damaged ship back to Glasgow. Wow. I would definitely hate that movie.
Why?
Probably just find it boring.
Hmm?
Hello.
That's a German torpedo.
This massive thing in that
Huh?
This massive thing in that tiny little runner.
It is pretty big, isn't it?
How'd you know that was German?
Huh?
How'd you know that was German?
Lucky guess.
Really?